Daily English Podcast.
Why most people stay poor, tired, and stuck, and how to escape it. Most people wake up tired. Not just tired in the body, but tired in the mind. They sleep, but they do not rest. They work, but they do not move forward. They try, but nothing really changes. And slowly, without noticing, they accept a life they never wanted. This podcast is not here to motivate you. It is here to wake you up. Because the truth is simple, but uncomfortable. Most people are not unlucky. They are undisciplined, unfocused, and afraid of discomfort. Let me explain. Every year, millions of people say the same words. This year will be different. I will change my life. I will start soon. But soon never comes. Why? Because change is not hard. Consistency is hard. People don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because they don't do it every day. They want results without routine. Success without sacrifice. Comfort and growth at the same time. That is not how life works. Let's talk about the real problem. The real problem is not money, not time, not opportunities. The real problem is how people live their days. Look at an average day of an average person. They wake up late. They check their phone first. They scroll social media. They compare their life to others. They feel behind. They feel weak. They feel anxious. Then they rush into the day with no plan. They work without focus. They eat without thinking. They complain without acting. They wait for motivation. And at night, they feel tired, but not proud. Then they repeat the same day. For years. This is how people stay stuck. Not because life is cruel, but because they live unconsciously. Now listen carefully. The people you admire are not special. They are not smarter than you. They are not lucky. They simply made a decision. They stopped living on autopilot. They chose discipline over comfort. Long-term thinking over short-term pleasure. Pain now instead of regret later. That's it. Discipline is not waking up at 5 a.m. to impress people. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when no one is watching. Discipline is reading instead of scrolling. Training when you feel lazy. Learning when others rest. Saving when others spend. Staying silent when others complain. Discipline is boring. And that's why it works. Most people avoid boredom. They want excitement. They want fast dopamine. But success is built in quiet, repetitive actions. Let me say something important. Your future is not decided by one big moment. It is decided by small choices you repeat daily. What time you wake up. What you consume. Who you listen to. What you practice. What you avoid. These things shape you. Right now, you are becoming something, whether you like it or not. The question is, are you becoming stronger or weaker? Many people wait for confidence before they act. That is a mistake. Confidence comes after action, not before. You don't feel confident, then work. You work, then feel confident. You don't wait to feel ready. You move while feeling afraid. Courage is not lack of fear. Courage is acting despite fear. Let's talk about fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of being different. Fear of starting over. This fear keeps people small. They say, "What if I fail? What will people think? What if it doesn't work?" But they never ask, "What if I succeed? What if my life changes? What if I become disciplined?" Fear is normal, but obeying fear is a choice. Every strong person you see was once afraid. They just moved anyway. Now listen to this. If you do not design your life, someone else will do it for you. Your job, your habits, your thinking, your limits. Most people live someone else's plan. They follow routines they never chose, goals they never questioned, dreams they borrowed from society. And then they feel empty, because deep inside they know, this is not the life I wanted. But instead of changing, they distract themselves. Entertainment, food, alcohol, social media, complaining. Distraction is the enemy of discipline. The more distracted you are, the weaker your focus becomes. And focus is power. When you focus deeply on one goal, your life starts to align. Energy flows where attention goes. If your attention is everywhere, your progress is nowhere. That is why successful people simplify their lives. They say no often. They protect their time. They remove noise. They understand something most people don't. You don't need more time. You need less distraction. Let's talk about pain. Everyone feels pain, but not everyone chooses their pain. Discipline is painful, but regret is more painful. Training is painful, but weakness is more painful. Learning is painful, but ignorance is more painful. Choose your pain wisely. Now let me be very honest with you. No one is coming to save you. No mentor. No perfect opportunity. No miracle. If your life is going to change, it will be because you changed. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Today. You don't need to do everything. You need to do one thing consistently. One habit. One routine. One promise to yourself. And keep it, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Because that is where self-respect is built. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you become stronger. Every time you break it, you become weaker. Self-discipline is self-trust. And without self-trust, you have nothing. People ask, "How do I stay motivated?" You don't. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Build systems, not feelings. Wake up at the same time. Work at the same time. Train at the same time. Remove decision fatigue. Make discipline automatic. Life becomes easier when your habits are strong. Hard choices become normal. Comfort becomes boring. And suddenly, you realize something powerful. You are no longer waiting for life to change. You are changing life. Let me tell you this clearly. If you stay consistent for 1 year, your life will look completely different. But consistency requires patience. And patience is rare. Most people quit after 2 weeks. Not because it's impossible, but because results are invisible at first. Growth is silent before it is loud. No one sees your early mornings, your quiet nights, your lonely discipline. But one day, results speak. and people will say, "You are lucky." They didn't see the work. You don't need validation. You need direction. Stop explaining yourself. Start improving yourself. Your life is listening to your actions, not your words. If you say you want more, but live like you want less, life will believe your actions. Be careful what you practice daily. You are training your future. Now breathe. This is not pressure. This is freedom. Freedom comes from discipline. When you control yourself, no one can control you. When you master your habits, you master your life. And one day, you will look back and realize the moment everything changed was the moment you stopped waiting and started acting. Quietly, daily, relentlessly,